turn the light? Can we turn those lights down a little bit? Is that all right?
Can we turn the lights down a little?
No? Yes? No?
Coming.
Alright, Peter.
Stephen, do you want to explain to us what we saw on the television cameras out there today and what's happened since?
Can you explain?
Yep, so I've just had discussions with the match officials, and I've been charged with attempting to change the condition of the ball. Look, we had a discussion during the break on myself, I saw an opportunity to potentially use some tape, get some granules from the rough patches on the wicket, and tried to change the ball condition. It didn't work. The umpires didn't obviously change the ball, but I guess once I was sighted on the screens and having done that, I came it quite a lot, and that obviously resulted in me shoving it down my trousers. So
it was tape, was it?
Yeah. So we have this yellow tape in our kit, and it's connected to actually some padding, but the actual sticky stuff itself is it's very sticky, and I felt like it could be used to collect some stuff from the side of the pitch.
So you've been charged with ball tampering. I suppose the talk around this, Stephen, is that he wouldn't do that of his own volition, that the team must be aware of what he's doing.
Yeah, the leadership group knew about it. We spoke about it at lunch, and I'm not proud of what's happened. It's not within the spirit of the game. My integrity, the team's integrity, the leadership group's integrity has come into question, and rightfully so. It's not on. It's certainly not on, and it won't happen again. I can promise you that under my leadership.
Whose idea was it, Steve?
It was the leadership group. I'm not naming names, but the leadership group were what talked about, and Bangers was around at the time, and we spoke about it and thought it was a possible way to get an advantage, and obviously it didn't work. The umpires didn't see it change the way the ball was behaving or how it looked or anything like that. So poor choice, and we're deeply regrettable. I guess our actions.
And was it a discussion with coaches? Like, was Darren involved, or did he know before?
No, the coaches weren't involved. It was purely the players and the leadership group that came up with this. And as I said, it's not on, and I can promise you it won't happen again.
Sammy.
Sorry, mate. Is this the first time it's happened under your leadership?
It is. We saw this game as such an important game, not that all other games aren't important as well, but an opportunity. We've obviously seen the ball reversing quite a lot throughout this series, and our ball just didn't look like it was going to go. So that's a mistake on our behalf again. It's such poor actions, and deeply regrettable, and certainly won't happen again under my leadership, I can promise you.
Steve, we'll obviously do questions asked now. Mitchell Stark's brilliant, getting the ball through reverse swing in the first test in Durban. So obviously, when things like this happen, there will be question marks, when they happen, whether this was a result of that.
Yep. Yeah, you can ask questions as much as you like, but I can promise you this is the first time that it's happened. And I think I've made it clear. We're regrettable, and we'll move on from this, and hopefully we'll learn something from it. I'm embarrassed. I know the boys in the shed are embarrassed as well. And I feel for Cam as well. not what we want to see in the game. It's not what the Australian cricket team's about. And being the leader of the team, I'm incredibly sorry for I guess trying to bring the game into disrepute the way that we did today.
Bruno?
Steve, has there been any discussion about James or with David Peterson prior up to Cricket Australia back home?
No, not at this present time. We've literally just come off the field, and I think it's the middle of the night back in Australia. So, you know, we've just been made aware by the match referee and all that. So I'm sure that'll come.
Yeah.
Steve, you're saying that you're regretting it. Would you be regretting it if it hadn't been pulled up on the cameras and it hadn't been known about?
I think deep down, yeah, I would. You know, it's not what we're about. It's a poor reflection on everyone in that dressing room, particularly the leaders of the group. And yeah, so absolutely. If we weren't caught, I'd still feel incredibly bad about it.
Cameron, you're young in your career, and I can see you absolutely distraught about this. And I know Steve has said you're going to look to move on. How do you move on?
Well, in my short career so far, I've felt like I've sat here and been asked a lot of big questions a couple of times now, and look, it's just, unfortunately, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you know, I want to be here because, you know, I'm accountable for my actions as well, and you know, like the captain said, I'm not proud of what's happened, and you know, I've got to live with the consequences, live with the damage to my own reputation that comes with, and you know, do my best to move forward and play cricket.
Last two.
Cameron, were you asked to do this by the leadership group or senior players and took it on reluctantly in a way that it was something that you felt you should do for the team? Do you feel like you were coerced, pressured? And there's a suggestion that younger members of the team are often asked to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think in this particular case it was that way. I was, you know, I was in the vicinity of the area when the leadership group were, you know, were discussing it, and look, I'll be honest with you, I was, you know, I was obviously nervous about it because, you know, with thousands of, you know, hundreds of cameras around, that's always the risk, isn't it? And you know, I sit before you today, and you know, I'm not proud of what's happened at all.
Last one.
Steve, will you consider stepping down as captain after this?
No, I won't be considering stepping down. I still think I'm the right person for the job. Obviously today was a big mistake on my behalf and on the leadership group's behalf as well. But I take responsibility as the captain. I need to take control of the ship, but you know, this is certainly something I'm not proud of, and something that I can hope learn from and come back strong from. As I said, I am embarrassed to be sitting here and talking about this. You know, we're in the middle of such a great series, and for something like this to sort of overshadow the great cricket that's being played, and not have a single cricket question in here, you know, that's not what I'm about and not what the team's about, and you know, we'll move past this. It's a big error in judgment, but we'll learn from it and move past it.
Thank you.